All right, and we are going to just start off with solving two-step equations today. Let's see if I can get that not so blurry. There we go. That's better. Okay, so the problems we're going to see today are something like this. Solve 3x plus 4 equals 10. So again, we're in the notes workbook. If you're just joining us, go ahead and open to the next blank page you have in your notes workbook and copy down these notes because then you're going to be turning them in for credit. All right, and then we're going to do a little line kind of down the middle. And we have 3x plus 4 equals 10. So we're going to be using the inverse operations. So the inverse of adding, if we want to undo adding, the inverse of adding is subtracting. So we can subtract. The inverse of multiplying, if we want to undo multiplication, we divide, and vice versa. If we're dividing and we want to undo division, we multiply. So to get started, we're trying to get x all by itself. We're trying to solve for x. So the first thing we need to do is get rid of this plus 4. So the inverse operation, if we want to cancel out a positive 4, then we need to subtract 4. And we can't just subtract 4 from one side. Whatever we do to one side of the equation, we have to do to the other side of the equation. So step 1 is we are going to undo positive 4 by subtracting 4 from both sides. And we do that because now we can cross those off and we have 3x equals 10 minus 4, which is 6. We're getting closer to getting x all by itself or isolating x. But now x is being multiplied by 3. So we need to undo that multiplying. So if we want to get rid of this multiplication, we need to do the inverse of multiplication, which is division. And so we're going to divide by whatever number is in front of our variable. That number we're trying to get rid of, which in this case is a 3. And again, whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. And so we're going to undo 3 times x by dividing both sides by 3. Now we can solve for x. So now that those 3's canceled out, we isolated x, which was our goal. We got x all by itself, and then we just simplify 6 divided by 3, which is 2. So x equals 2. And then the nice thing about solving equations is you can always check your answer. So our last step is we are going to check our answer. So we go back to 3x plus 4 equals 10. That's the equation. That was our starting equation. And we are going to take what we solved for x, what we got for x, and we're going to substitute it in and make sure that it makes our equation true. So we have 3, but now we know what x is. We're saying x is 2, at least we think so. Plus 4, does that equal 10? Well, 3 times 2, that is 6. 6 plus 4, does that equal 10? 6 plus 4 is 10. Yay, 10 equals 10. We solved it correctly. And we know that we got the question right because we checked our answer and we got what we wanted, made our equation true. any questions on the notes or solving two-step equations so far? Let's see, let me check the chat really quick. Okay, let's go ahead and practice some solving two-step equations on page 12 in your workbook. All right, I'm scared to ask, but let me know who has not received their workbooks in the chat. I know a lot of us have them because I've been grading and I can see that some of you, okay, Emma has not received hers. Yes, Emily, yes, you definitely do some solving equations last year in 8th grade. Okay, so Emma, if you haven't received it, you can either let me know who your teacher of record is and I will ask them, or if you want to email them. I know one teacher didn't know that they were supposed to order workbooks for this Canvas class. They thought it was all online. And so if you want to send me who your teacher is, I can either get in touch with them or you can email them and ask them, make sure that they've ordered it and ask them when you'll be receiving it. So that's good. So far.
Oh,
one.
I actually got that done, page we're looking at now.
Oh, you're done with page 12?
Yeah, I finished both pages actually 2 days ago.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Then you are free to go, Tristan. We're just going to work on page 12 and 13 today.
All right.
So you can leave and work on the next assignment if you would like to.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Tristan. Have a good week.
You too. Ciao.
Bye. All right. If you're just joining us, we are, okay. Thank you, Emma. I will ask her if she knows when you'll be receiving it. She can track it. If you're just joining us, we are on page 12 in your workbook. We are going to be solving two-step equations. All right, so for number 1, 3r plus 5 equals 23. We are trying, oh, let me read the chat again. All the assignments are done. Yes, if you've already finished pages 12 and 13, you can go and you can work on other assignments that you haven't completed, because that's all we're going to be doing here today. So yes, if you already completed page 12 and 13 in your workbook, you may go. All right, 3r plus 5 equals 23. So again, we're trying to isolate or get r all by itself. So the first thing we want to do is get rid of this 5. So how do we get rid of a positive 5? We subtract 5. And whatever we do to one side of every equation, we have to do to the other side of the equation. And you can draw a line too if that helps you separate the sides of the equation. And we did that so that we can just cross off those 5s, leaving us with 3r on the left side of our equation and 23 minus 5, which is 18 on the right side. And then we need to get rid of this 3 in front of r. So it's being multiplied, so we undo multiplication with division. And so r equals 18 divided by 3, which is 6. And we want to check our answer. So 3 times r, but we know r is 6, plus 5 should equal 23. We have 18 plus 5. Does that equal 23? 18 plus 5, yes. That is 23. All right, negative 2x plus 4 equals 24. So again, trying to isolate x, get x all by itself. First, I need to get rid of this plus 4. I'm going to subtract 4. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. That leaves me with negative 2x, which equals 24 minus 4, which is 20. Now I need to get rid of the number in front of my variable, which in this case is negative 2, which means I have to divide by negative 2. so that those cancel out, leaving me with x equals 20 divided by -2, which is -10. Let's check our answer. -2 times x, which is -10 plus 4. Does that equal 24? Negative times a negative is a positive, and 20 plus 4, that's 24. We solved correctly. Any questions so far? Okay, so let's have you guys try one and then we will go over them together. So let's see. Wyatt, can you do number 3? Augustine, number 4. Clifton, number 5. Go ahead and circle the one that I assigned you on your paper. If you're one without the workbook, let me know after I assign them and then I can make sure yours is up so you can see it. Okay, so we have Wyatt with number 3, Augustine, number 4, Clifton, number 5, Emily, number 6, Emma, number 7, Jajuan, number 8, Jaylee, number 9, Navia, number 10, Rihanna, number 11, Valerie, number 12, and Zione, number 13. And if you get stuck or you have any questions, send it over to me in the chat and I can help you on your problem. Okay, I'll give you another minute and then we will go over them. You're going to walk me through the steps that you did to solve it. Okay, let's start with number 3. Wyatt, can you tell us what you did first?
Okay, so what I did is so I reversed -1 to +1, so
Very
it
good.
was 27 plus 1. I got 28 from that. So then I undid -4. So I divided -4 by itself. Then I did the same
Excellent.
thing to 28.
Very
And I got x equals -7.
excellent job, Wyatt. Thank you. All right, Clifton, were you number 4? A lot of people left. They didn't want to talk on the session, so our numbering might be messed up because I just did it with. Okay, you were 5, so I think our number 4 person may have left. So I'll go ahead and do it. So we need to get rid of this +5. So we subtract 5 from both sides using our inverse operations. That leaves us with -3n equals -7 minus 5. So this is why we reviewed integers. So remember, if we have 2 negatives, we're going to keep the negative sign and add our number. So -7 and -5 is -12. Then we need to divide by -3 to get n all by itself. And then -12 divided by -3 is +4. All right, number 5. Okay, so Clifton sent me his answer, which was a equals 7. So let's see, if we add 5 to both sides, first we get 3a equals 16 plus 5, which is 21. Then we have to divide both sides by 3. And so a equals 21 divided by 3, which is 7. Very good, Clifton. All right, let's see. Emma, did you have number 6?
I had number 7.
Okay, so we lost another one for number. Let's go down to number 7 then. What did you do?
I did the inverse of -4, so I added 4,
Excellent.
and then to the other side, and then
Then we're left with.
canceled out, so we're left with 5r equals -58.
You're really close. So since this is a +4, that cancels out 4 of the negatives. So then it would just be -50.
50 divided by 5.
Yep.
So now r equals -10.
Excellent. Thank you, Emma. That's my daughter's name. I love the name Emma. All right, Jaylee, you're next on my participant list. What number did you have? Was it number 8?
I had number 9.
Okay, let's do number 9 then.
Okay, so I did, since it was -2, I did +2. I did that to the other side. And 28 plus 2 is 30. And I brought down the 3b.
Excellent.
And I did divide 3 on both sides. And 30 divided by 3 is 10. And b equals 10.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you. All right. Next we have, is it Nevaeh? Nevaeh, are you there? Okay, what about Rihanna? Uh-oh. We lost a lot of students. Okay, Ziani, are you there?
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I think for number 13.
I did -4 on both sides.
Good.
On both sides. And I got 50 from 54.
Yep.
And then I divided 5v divided by 5.
Very good.
50 divided by 5, and I solved for v equal, and that equals 10.
Excellent. Very good. All right, any questions so far? Okay, so since you guys were troopers and you didn't run because I had you guys do a problem, let's just do 11 and 15 because I know you guys know it, and then you guys are done. You don't have to do the rest because you guys were awesome and you stayed on and you told me how to do one of the problems. So for number 11, can I get a volunteer? What do I need to do first?
I'd be willing to volunteer.
Okay, thanks, Wyatt.
Okay, so you'd want to inverse -3 into +3.
Very good.
So then it would be sorry. So then it would be -35 plus 3. Wouldn't that just be -32?
Yep, very good.
All right, then from there you'd want to inverse -4n. So you want to divide it by itself, and then you want to do the same thing to the other one.
Excellent.
And then you would get, hold up. Let me just do the math in my head. Wouldn't that be, no, would that be 8?
Yes, that is correct. Very good, Wyatt. Thank you.
All right. And I'm just going to write down 8 under n.
That's fine.
All
Yep.
right, cool.
All right, and for number 15, anyone, do I have another volunteer for 15?
I can do it.
Okay,
Zion.
is that Zioni? Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
So what you're gonna do is subtract 4.
Very
Do the
good.
inverse adding, then subtract 4 from 16. 16 is a negative number. It's going to be -12.
Oh, you.
Oh, you're close.
son of
So
a-
since they're both negatives, we're gonna add them and keep the sign. So it would be -20.
Okay. And then you're gonna divide it by 4 and divide 4n by 4 itself.
Very
And
good.
you're going to get -5.
Yep, that's exactly right. Very good. Okay, so you guys can cross off these. You're done with solving two-step equations.